Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the session 2 of our advanced Python programming workshop. So in the first session, we deeply analyzed how Python handles integers. If you have little bit difficulty in understanding the previous program, where I have used two variables like cache begin, cache end. Okay, there is another way that we can find what are the range of integers that are cached. Let me show you that program. So here, if you are very much new to Python programming, so for that only I have taken one example, tuple A. Tuple A equal to, I have taken 3 different first names, tuple B. Now in case if you have any doubt, sir, what is this tuple? Tuple is a group of items enclosed in parenthesis. You know what is a parenthesis, right? Yeah, the one which I highlighted in red color, these are parentheses. Okay, so I am using one by default method called as ZIP. In general, what is zip? Where you have encountered the concept as zip, you can have 2-3 files together or directory, subdirectory. You can create a zip file. Basically, it will compress. It is for bundling. Basically, zip is for bundling the things or joining the things. Okay, even a school bag, the children's school bag will have a zip. What it does? There are two different, a compartment is divided. So when you close the zip, automatically the compartment will be closed. Different, I think in many places you might have encountered the word zip. Basically, it binds, joins. So here, what I am doing, I am passing tuple A and tuple B in the method ZIP, and I am creating a new tuple called as zip tuple C. What it will do, it is very simple. What it exactly does is, I am not going to concentrate too much on the what is a list, what is a tuple like that, because when we are handling the file management, database connectivity, by default, all these concepts will come, dictionary. So that's why I may not concentrate too much. Now you see here, somebody is writing. I hope people, you are professional enough. So don't start scribbling on your screen. So here what it does is, tuple A, it takes Naga, tuple B, it takes Raju, and it will create Nagaraju. Similarly, Kishore, Kumar, Kishore Kumar, Shraddha, Kishan, Shraddha Kishan. Basically, zip will iterate from individual list of items or a tuple of items. Then it will pick the 0th index of the first item to item means tuple here. The 0th item. What is 0th item? The indexing starts with 0. I hope you people have come across C language where the indexing of array starts with 0. Similarly, in Python also, indexing starts with 0. Okay. Now, let us try to execute this program by commenting the. Now you see 3 inverted commas are used for multi-line comments. 3 inverted commas, 3 inverted commas. This is similar to /* and // in C language. Okay. So before understanding the next line logic, we should understand what actually zip does. This program is also about, now you see, so type of zip is class zip. So there is an object which belongs to a class zip. Similarly, when you say list, when you say tuple, when you say dictionary, they are all objects of individual respective classes. So as I already explained you, in tuple A, there are first names, tuple B, second names. What I am doing, I am merging them into an individual tuple. Here Nagaraju is coming from 1 minute. Sorry. Yeah. So here tuple A is an individual tuple. Tuple B is an individual tuple. When you are zipping the contents, you see the 0th index Naga from tuple A is coming from 0, is getting paired and formed a different tuple like Naga, comma Raju. So why I am explaining you this zip method is the same string interning, sorry, integer interning can also be understood by the concept written highlighted here. This looks a very lengthy line, but I am going to explain you very a simple way. Kindly don't, I don't know. See, this annotation is requested by me. Okay. So I expect the professionalism from everybody. I'm sorry to say this word. Here, I am taking -5 to 257. Basically, it will go to range, means it will go, the second argument will go -1 times. That means this will go from -1 to 256, increment by 1. That is the third parameter. That particular thing will go and sit in I. That means I will be -5 initially. Then at the same time, the next range method also picks -5 initially, goes till 257, increment by 1, and this particular will go and sit in I, sorry, J. Now, what I am verifying? I is J. What is I is J doing here? See, this is a for loop. This is a for loop. Every time -5 is picked and kept in I, same -5 from different range function will be picked. Basically, it will be picked. A tuple will be given. It is converted as list here. You see, list of. That means
Sir.
the tuple which is coming. Yeah, hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Some disturbance with your voice, sir.
Disturbance.
What it is breaking.
Okay, but I am sitting in my cubicle only. 1 minute. Let me switch off my fan if it is creating a problem. My mobile is also in silent mode.
Now it is okay, sir.
Okay, maybe it is because of the fan. Okay.
I don't know why.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Sir, thank you for stopping me. So, very quickly recap. I am selecting two different values. It will give you a tuple. That tuple I am making into a list. Not only integers can be converted to string, string can be converted to integer. A tuple also can be converted to a list. List also can be converted to a tuple. I think these are very basic fundamental concepts. If you have any doubts on that, you please contact me in the WhatsApp individually. So -5 will come to I, -5 will come to J, and it is a loop from where to where, till the items are getting selected from the zip function. That means from -5 to 256, the loop will continue, and each and every time -5 is -5. That means ID of -5 is ID of -5. Both will be equal if all the values are true. This is all. All means something like a logical end. If all the values are true, then the result Boolean value also will become true. Now another same line. Now here it is written as any. Any means from 257 till 999, if anything is true, this is like a logical OR. So basically what we are going to understand from these three different lines, which is looking equal, is first 11th line says -5 to 256, each and every IDs are same or not. Next one is from 257 to 909, definitely it will be false. Next one is before -6, that before -5, that is -6 to 1000. So from -6 to 1000, if you are keeping, I am telling you, -5 to 256 will be equal, but -6 and after 257 to 999 will become false. So all will become false. What I mean to say here is, by these three lines also, we will be able to understand, the string interning in C Python starts from -5 and ends at 256. Okay, what is this next line saying? Here you see A comma B comma C comma D equal to A comma B comma C comma D equal to, first one is I am assigning a 10, the value 10 to A. That is fine. Int of 10, both obviously 10 itself is an integer. So even if you write int of 10, it will become 10 only. Int of string 10 is going to see in a single quote 10 is a string. So we are converting to int. It will also become 10. Now I can also select some particular characters in a string. You see here 1010 is a string. I am selecting the first two characters, that means 10. So this is nothing but int single quotes 10 single quotes end. So basically this is also giving 10 as integer. So all the IDs will be same. Let us see, and let us quickly move on to the string interning. Now let me execute the full program. Am I audible clearly, sir, now?
Yes, sir.
Now you see, the first Boolean value became true. That means -5 to 256. Each and every individual I and j, which are one and the same, -5, -5, -4, -4, all the IDs are same, it became true. The next two became false. So as I already mentioned you, the value 10 has the same ID, even though you are giving the 10 in different formats to different objects like A, B, C, D, but the value is same. Fine. Now let us try to understand what is the reason for selecting -5 to 256. That is the first question everybody will get. If it is -255 to 256, people may say, okay, it is a 8-bit integer. So if it is a 7-bit, it is -128 to 128. Okay. So the reason is very simple. What Python developers have thought was, in general, the numbers used by different programmers are lying in between these numbers. So what they have done, see, you can't cache everything. You can't cache everything. If you cache everything, what will happen? Cache miss will happen most likely, and instead of memory optimization or the memory, what do you say, not memory optimization, CPU cycle optimization, you tend to do a lot of paging and you will waste a lot of time also. So they thought the most commonly used numbers in general, I'm not saying nobody will use more than 256. Yeah, people will use, but in general, they found this range of numbers are more frequently used, and they started the integer returning, caching the numbers from range -5 to 256 in C Python. Now, let us see string interning. Basically, what is interning? Interning is nothing but storing the items in the cache memory much before a programmer writes a program, much before the programmer executes a command. And once it is loaded, right now my Python is loaded. I can write 1,000 programs. In the 1,000 programs, if I am telling 10, the programs may be irrelevant to each other. The program may not communicate to each other, but all the objects in all the different programs will be having the same shared object. In this way, what will happen? Suppose if you write int a equal to 10, int b equal to 10, int c equal to 10 3 times. Imagine in my system, my integer is taking 14 bytes. Some systems take 16 bytes. Sir, what you are talking, sir? What is this bytes? Okay, there is one package called as sys system, something like that. Okay, so you can say system dot get size of integer, or you can say 1. 1 is an integer, so 14 bytes. Sys get size of 99999. So depending upon the value, the short integers in my system are being stored in 14 bytes location, whereas the long integers are being stored in general. If you go to any online resource, they say integer takes 16 bytes. Similarly, if you are using 3 different integers pointing to the same value, example here 99999, then 16 plus 16 plus 16, you need 48 bytes. Imagine you are not the person who is writing the code. Suppose you take online Jupyter. Online Jupyter, the code is not running in your machine, or W3 schools. They are actually running in the website in some other server. If everybody is using, and if Python is not having optimization of integers in integer interning concept, what will happen? For every program, there should be an identical. Forget about the website execution. In your own program, you tend to use so many variables. And if the value is same, why should I have a multiple copies? I can have a different pointers, because that's a beautiful concept of pointers, right? In C language, many people will think there is no pointers in Python, but pointers are there. It is already hidden by the user. Now you see, what is this ID getting? ID is getting the address only. So basically, any variable that you are writing like this, it is actually, you can say it is a reference object. What is a reference? It is nothing but an address. Okay. So it is consuming less memory. Well, that is fine about integer returning. We saw too much of it. Now let us try to understand string interning. Let me write string a equal to Python programming workshop. String b equal to, am I audible, sir? Am I audible? Any problems now? If any issue is there, let me go to the chat. If any issue is there. Okay. So here I am writing, I think there is a mistake in the spelling here, programming. Mistake does not matter, but the string should be same. Now, what do you understand? Both string A and string B have the same exact string, including the space. Python space programming space workshop, including, it is case sensitive, right? Here, whatever exact type I mentioned by PTW, in both the strings are capital letters. Now let us say, in C language, you cannot use double equal to for string, because there is no string in C language. Explicitly, it is a group of characters. So character by character, you will verify. But because here string is a class, you people can also use the double equal to operator in a operator overloading, not only for integers. So it says true. That means what? Double equal to, what it does is, here what exactly happens in double equal to, let me just write. Exactly what is happening. in C language sense I am telling. Not only C language, any sense. First string A of 0 is compared with string B of 0. Like this, each and every character is being compared. That means P, Y, I don't know exactly how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are 27 characters. Here also there are 27 characters. Now let me take another string. Let me take another string. String C. Oh my God. Yeah. Let me take another string C and just change the last character as capital letter P, which is definitely different to string A or string B. Now you compare these two. Are you able to understand? Here you may think the false came very fast. The moment I type string A equal to double equal to string C, immediately it gave false. Okay. It looks like it has not taken the time, but background double equal to what it does is it will go character by character comparison, and then only it identified the loop has run till the 27th character. Then it found there is a different character. It has given false. All these things are unknown to us, but as an engineer, you should know the background details of each and every operator. Okay. Now, so definitely it will take some time for going into a loop of 27 times. Now, if I say, okay, let me see. Even though the strings are same for A and B, let me see whether both are same or not. Absolutely, they are not same. That means these two strings are not interned. String A is same, string B is same, but they are not having a common location. Rather, A is having one location, which is ending with 504, and B, string B, has another location. But we are not talking about different locations, right? It is a very common one. But we are talking about the concept of string interning. That means string interning is there. But in this example, it looks like it is not there. Why it is not there? I will tell you. A string which is length 20 will be interned. More than 20 will not be interned if it is a compiler constant. Compiler constant means string A equal to Python programming workshop. It is a compiler time, compile time constant, means you have given it. When the interpreter or when you are compiling the program, it will know that A is Python programming workshop. In such cases, less than or equal to 20 will be interned. More than 20 will not be interned. That's why here we see it is not interned. Now let us try to understand a small string which has less than 20 characters. 1 second. Okay. stringa, or let us say take another string. Even I can take string A also, no problem. Equal to Python. Definitely Python is less than 20 characters. Obviously, it's very simple also. It is only 6. Now let me take string D equal to Python. You want length? Length is 6. Now, if you say double equal to, it will verify character by character. And obviously, it will give both are same. Obviously. Here it verified 6 individual characters. Total 12 characters it verified. Index 0 of string C with index 0 of, that means total 12 characters are compared in total. Okay. So I cannot show you the CPU time. I am going to show you in a quick time by using a program how much execution time will be wasted if string is not interned. Now let us see string C is string D. Again it says true. Now here you may not realize double equal to and is giving true immediately, right? But what is happening in the background with respect to CPU execution, we will see. So when you give A and B as Python programming workshop of length 27, both had different memory locations here and here. But whereas when you are giving a smaller string, both has shared because it is giving true here. Okay, if you want to see why it is giving true, we can also say ID of string C and ID of string D. Now you see both are exactly one and the same. That means string interning is available in Python. In case if you have more strings, how many strings are cached? Whether is it possible? Suppose the user is giving 100 strings, whether it is going to keep everything? No. If you are saying that I will keep all the strings in cache, cache will become full with strings only, not with any other applications or any other variables. Okay. So there are some rules in Python. I will tell you few rules. I will share one link, one website where I studied, I understood the concept of string interning. You can also refer, and if you have any doubts, we can share offline. Okay, because I need to complete so many other topics. Now let us see. So first thing what we understand is string interning is available, but not for a string more than 27 characters. Here there is one more clause. Not all the, if you are writing a string with more than 27 characters like this, then it will not intern that particular string. But now let us see one more small example where even though it is more than 20 characters, what are the possibilities for string returning? And finally, we will see why exactly string returning is required. Because my screen is full, I am exiting. Clear the screen. Let me clear the annotations. And then come back and again go back to the Python prompt. Now string A, or simply I will say A for typing to escape some time, right? So A equal to Python into 10. So you know there is a repetitive operator. Whenever you do product, that asterisk symbol for a string, it will keep identical copies in that string. What I mean to say, now you see Python, 10 times is there. Now what will be the length of this? 60, correct? Now I will say B equal to Python into 10. Now what is B? What is length of B? As I told you in the previous example, a compile time constant without any repetitive operator, if it is more than 20 character, it will not store in the cache. Less than 20, it will store. Now I am going to show you a string which is formed by the repetitive operator having length more than 20, whether this will be interned or not. It will intern. Now you see, even though the length is more, that means there are different conditions where it is interned, where it is not interned. So obviously what we understand now, direct compile time constant only less than or equal to 27 is allowed. More than that, not allowed. But if you use any repetitive operator, it is allowed. Now tell me, if I say A double equal to B, it gave immediately true because the CPU is very fast, but it has verified 120 characters because it will not know. But if I say A is B, it is going to verify only one value. What is that value? That is the memory location. A equal to B verifies 120 characters to determine both are same, but A is B is only one comparison, that is comparing the identity of A and identity of B. Now you people will answer me, is string interning good or bad? It is obviously good. Why it is good? Comparison CPU lifetime will be less. If you still have any doubts, sir, here I am not able to see, immediately it is giving true, but you are saying 120 character to so many things. Now let us see one small program where the CPU time is calculated when I am comparing with double equal to, and CPU time is calculated when I am using the operator is. Till here, am I okay? Are you able to understand? Are you able to follow the session? Kindly respond. Okay. Now let us go ahead. Let me come out of the command prompt. Clear the screen. I think this program is over. I will share it. Close the notepad. Other than my command prompt, nothing should be open when you are practicing Python. NPP. Okay, I forgot the name. Oh, string interning.py. I already practiced this program. I am opening the string interning.py. Okay. Now I will explain you DEF. Okay, well, before DEF. Okay, fine. 1 minute. Py. There is a package called as time. This is a by default package which comes from the Python library, standard library, like stdio.h, string.h. These files are not downloaded by you. When you install C language, these are coming. Similarly, time also is a package which actually gives you the time. Suppose time dot time means in the time package, there is a method called as time. So it gives the time in terms of milliseconds. Okay, don't worry about this. I will explain you later. Means I think milliseconds everybody understand. You can always convert this to seconds, minutes, hours and all, right? Divide by 1000, divide by 100, divide by 360, divide by 3600. You will get different time things, right? So let us not concentrate on that. So because the program has import time, why I am using time here? I am using time here to calculate the time. To calculate the time taken. Now, in 14th line, there is one keyword called as DEF. DEF means it's an abbreviation of definition, basically function. In function, in C language, we know functions, right? In C++, in Java, in many more languages, right? Functions in Python starts with a word, 3-letter word DEF. Okay. Now, this is my name. What is the name? compare underscore means I usually give the big names. Compare with equality operator. Basically, I am using the equality operator here. Okay. The program looks big. It is very, very small. Now, what I am passing here, n. What is n? We will see. String 1 equal to Python underscore programming into 5000. That means Python programming, Python programming, Python programming, 5000 times it will come. Then another same thing, string 2 is equal to Python programming into 5000. Now I am writing a, okay, before telling, there is a small gap here, right? See here, there is a gap. This gap is called as indentation. Indentation means loop, functions, etc. should have intended space. That means minimum one space should be there when compared to the DEF word. Then it will consider whatever you are giving in that space, everything belongs to that particular function. Okay. If anybody got any doubt, what is this? It is very simple. Let me just come here. In C language, you are writing a function, suppose display. After that, you are going to write something here and put like this. Curling brace is there. Whatever is there inside the curling brace, it is part of the function. Or you are writing a loop for suppose I equal to 0, I less than n. This is the loop which everybody knows. Whether what is, why we are writing this loop, everybody may not tell you, but some line is there. It's a by-hearted loop, right? The moment the array chapter comes in C language, till we die, this loop will come, right? So everybody might have already by-hearted nicely. So what is this curling brace? What this is called as a block. Curling brace is a block in C language, but here there is no curling brace. In place of that curling brace, we are giving the gap here. I have given a tab space. You can give single space or you can give two space also. But what I mean to say, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I gave a tab here. Okay. Then everywhere you should give a tab. You cannot say, okay, first I will give tab, then I will give only one space. No, the indentation should be exactly one and the same. Similarly, now the for loop has another indentation because the if belongs to for. So it should again start with some gap. So this if statement in line number 18 belongs to for loop, and definitely the for loop and other things are belonging to definition, and if is also part of definition. So what I am doing here for I in range n, what is n? You see here, I am passing n here when I am calling the function. This is n, equality operator. Okay, my pointer should point to the is operator. Okay, anyways, the concept is only about n, not from where it is coming. So the n is coming from here, right? Now, what I am verifying, very simple. Whatever I typed in the command from string 1 double equal to string 2, same thing I am doing here. And if it is equal to what I am saying, pass means like continue. Pass means continue. Okay. Now, similarly, same function is available, but inside is mentioned instead of equal to, I am writing is. Now, why I am writing these two? I want to verify how much time this takes and how much time this particular program takes. Okay. So for that, we need to use the time function. We need to use the time function. So time.time. What I am taking here, start time means a variable equal to time.time. So whatever my system current time millisecond clock tick, it will take. Then what I am doing? Compare with equality operator with so many. What is this? 10 lakh times, huh? Units, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000, lakh. 10 lakh times I am calling the same loop. 10 lakh times. Okay. Then after executing this function, again I am taking the time of my system time. That I am saving it as end time. So before the function invocation, I captured the time. After the thing, I captured the time. Now I will see the difference. What is my end time? What is my start time? Then I am just dividing into 60 so that we will get in terms of minutes. Seconds, yeah, minutes. Now, same thing. The same set of statements I am using again. In line number 27, I am calling the equality function, but in 32 to 36, I am calling the identity function. Now let us execute and see. Then you yourself will get convinced. String interning does lot of CPU optimization in terms of the number of clock cycles required to execute the program. I think if you people are from electrical background, electronics background, computer science background, IT background, everybody knows computer organization. It is very important, not that what program we are writing. So when you are going to an industry, I am 100% telling you, you will face the situation. Writing a program is not doing a job. Writing a program in an efficient way. So if you are asking, if somebody interview person is asking, can you compare strings? And he is giving the same string. Purposefully he may give a same string. If you write double equal to operator, he will understand. Okay, this fellow does not know the in detail concept. In general, people will write double equal to, but if you write is operator, then all of a sudden the interview person will get a very interesting doubt that what is, he knows what is, but he will ask why you used is, why didn't you use double equal to? Then you are giving yourself an opportunity that you know the foundation strongly. That means you are bringing the person who is asking a question to your court. Never ever go to the interviewer's court and make yourself as a football. This is just a example. So writing a code in an efficient way is more important than just mere writing a code. Now it will take some time. We have a little gap because 10 lakhs times I called one function. Again 10 lakh times I called another function. Okay. So in between, before it gets executed, let me come to the chat. Somebody is asking, Mamidi Pavan, why string A and string B is not equal? IDs are not equal. Are you able to understand now, Mamidi Pavan? Okay. And Mr. Subbu is asking one tab space for each loop. It is not exactly one tab space. You can give one space, but the entire loop should have only one space. The indentation should be across the program in the same way. In one place you give one tab, in another place you give only one space. It will not. If I execute same lines, I got same ID for both strings A and B. Where in your machine, I think Mr. Venkat Subbareddy Karu is asking, means what is string A and what is string B? Python programming workshop, more than 27 characters. Okay. Okay, I will take this question offline. Subbareddy Garu, we will discuss it because I want to see exactly what is happening in your machine also. I think we can discuss this offline. Yeah, because it is not a direct workshop that I can see. Okay. Anything else? Are you able to understand the concepts of string interning? It will take some time, so you have to wait. Then you can see the number of CPU cycles executed for double equal to and the number of seconds taken by is fine. Now you see, if you are verifying, somebody is raising hand. Why? Any doubts? Now I hope you yourself will be getting convinced the significance of string interning. The first one has taken 2.1. Then the next one took 0.013. There is a vast difference, right? So that's why they started using string interning. Okay. Now, whether they will do every string, whatever I give, everything they will do. There are so much of concept behind string interning, like the variable names, the dictionary key values, the function names. Because when you are using a function name, most likely you will call the function many times. So they will store that in a cache so that multiple references will not have multiple different locations. Okay. Fine. Now let us quickly move on to other topics. I am going to share this program to you. Okay. One more small concept is there, but I think string interning, if you have any more, if you want to know more about that, I think in runtime, if you are changing a string, whether it will be entered or not, there are huge number of concepts are there. Okay, let us take offline because we need to cover other basic concepts also. Now let us start more about functions. Or because my session, the first session is all about touching the basics. Okay. Till now, I didn't taught you the basics. I taught a very deep internal Python concepts, but I felt this is a basic. If I say A equal to B, B equal to C, if A is greater than B, A is greater than C, less than C, these kind of things, you people will already know those things. Okay. Now let us see a program, or directly I will type in the command prompt. There is a concept called as list. Okay. Better I write a program only. So NPP notepad ++ understand lists.py. This is not written by me, so it says it does not exist. So I want to create. So what is a list? So I can say list A, anything enclosed in square bracket. Where we used square bracket in array concept in C language. So list is not array. List is not array, but I am telling that name array because you can immediately correlate. We use the square subscripts in array. Then print list A. What values I have given? Nothing. That means list A in line number 1 is empty list. Let me type. We should know what exact type it belongs to, right? Simple, 3 lines program. So let me close this and execute the program, understand list. So obviously the first square bracket came again, right? Empty list is represented with square bracket and it belongs to an object class list. Now let us open the program again and modify further. How to give values? List B equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like a one-dimensional array, but it is not an array. I will tell you why it is not an array. So print list B. I think no need to print the type of list because you people already saw in the first execution. Py understand list. Now you see the first 2 lines are coming from the first output, and then obviously 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sir, it is looking like an array only. Yeah, it may look like an array. Now let us see list C equal to 1, 2, 3, 4.56, 4.56, 7.89. Now let me print list C. Only for 15 minutes I will teach this, then I will move to functions. Because if somebody does not know, they should also have some concept of list also, right? Very fundamental. So now you see, if it is an array, why now you people understand why I told it is not an array? Because array is a homogeneous collection of similar data type elements, but list takes different data type. Oh, 7 comma 89. So that is also fine. I want to put dot here. Let me save, clear the screen and execute again. Now it is having multiple data type. Don't believe until unless you really felt that it is multiple data type. Okay. So for that, what we will do? See here, print list will directly print everything at a time. I don't want like that. I want one by one, one by one, one by one. So obviously, suppose go to C language. Go to C language. What you are going to do? Something like this. 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5. This is a valid C language statement. Then integer I. Then for I equal to 0, because index starts with I less than 5, I plus plus, you are going to write something like this. Printf percentage D A of I. This is how you write a C program. Okay, let me put in multiple comments. C code snippet for printing individual elements in the list. Okay, I put the multiple comments so it will not be part of our program. Why I wrote, just you will have a recap of how we are writing in C, how we will write in Python. Okay, if you know C language nicely, then learning any language is easy. Here what I do, for I in list C, this is how we write. For I, what is I? You wrote integer I, right? Similarly, an iterator I in list C colon, because it is a for loop and no curling brace, I have to give, now I give 3 spaces. Okay, you can give 1 space also. I give 1 space, better 3 space always. Okay, for I in list C, print I. We don't get into a wrong notion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines in C language is written in only a simple way in Python. Okay. Now many students are saying Python is easy. Why you are doing project in Python? Sir, Python is easy. Python is not easy. That should not be the understanding of you. They say, many people say, sir, a lot of packages are there, it is easy. There is nothing that it is easy and there is nothing that it is difficult. It is up to you how much depth you are learning. This is only a syntax. In the background, what it is happening? It is actually writing the same code what you are writing here. It is a C Python. So background, so many things are written. Because it is hidden to you, that does not mean Python is easy. I'm not saying Python is difficult, but don't say Python is easy because number of lines you are writing is less. Okay. Now let us see the execution. Here what it will do, by default it will tell I equal to 0, it will take. Then it will know, okay, how many elements are there in list C? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It by default it will consider, okay, I should not cross the index 4. Then every time it will increment by 1. All those things are imbibed in this line. For I in so and so, print I. Not only I want to print type of I. Here what is I? I is nothing but 1 by 1 value which will go to the index. Basically here you can say it is list C of I in C language terminology, like A of I, list C of I. I starts from 0 to 4. Now let us see. Why I am writing this? As I told you, it looks like array, but it takes different data type elements. Then I told, don't believe, we have to see. Now you see, very nice. There is some problem. Okay. I didn't close the multiple lines here. Multiple line comment in 11 and 19. That is fine. We should do mistakes. Then only we will learn. So clear the screen. Now you see, let me highlight. This is list C. List, empty list, then list C. 1, it says int. 2 says int. 3 int. But the moment 4.56 comes, you see what is happening? Now you believe, you have to believe list is a heterogeneous collection of items. List is a heterogeneous collection of items. What is heterogeneous? Different data typed elements. Now, so there itself, I will write one string also, Python. Now I will execute again. Clear the screen. Now you see the last one, Python is coming as a class string. That means in a single list, I could store an integer object, floating point object, and a string object. That is about list. What is the big deal in list? Now, if I teach list itself will take one day, like what are the methods available in list? Something like, okay, let me just tell one small example. List D equal to, open the curling brace, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now you say min and print it. MIN will give you the minimum value. The same thing. See, that is why learning Python without learning C is a dangerous thing. Why? Because you people will not know how to calculate the minimum value. For the same minimum value, what you are going to do? What you are going to do in C language? In C language, you are going to do something like this for finding the min value. For finding the min value in the list, what you are going to do? You will declare this. Then you are going to declare integer minimum. Then you will say minimum equal to, initially you may take the first index as the minimum value. Then what you are going to do? Because already I have taken the first index, then you will start with 1. Then every time you are going to compare. What you are going to compare? If A of I is less than minimum, then make minimum as A of I. This is what, I don't know how many of you are recollecting. Usually I teach C language, so I'm very fond of C language. I am writing this code. So in C language, you people are able to write this much, but in Python, that's why there is a misconception. Python is easy. Don't tell Python is easy because of this. Somebody is raising hand. Let me go and go to the chat. Can an item in a list? Oh wow. Miss Deepa is asking, can an element in a list can be a list? I am going to tell you. Yes, Miss Deepa, I am going to tell. Okay. Now, our concentration is not for minimum. See, minimum value. Let me execute this. Clear the screen. Now you see that one came. What is the last one? That is the minimum value. Okay. That is the minimum value. Okay. Now, similarly, maximum is there. If you use DEL, it will delete one item and arrange all the elements. There are so many functions, methods available in list. Okay. Now, Let us try to understand. There is another concept called as tuple. There is another concept called as tuple. Tuple and list are almost one and the same. Oh, sorry. NPP, understand tuples.py. So it is not there. Tuple A equal to, instead of square bracket, you put parenthesis. That's all. See, list is mutable. That means you can change the number of values. You can change the number of elements in the list. But tuple is immutable. Immutable means once you give 3 items, you can change the value of the item, but you can't shrink the tuple. You can't shrink the tuple. Other than that, there is no other difference. Now, day after tomorrow, when we are using the database connectivity, I will again come back to tuple concept, because when you are executing any query in the database, the output will come as a tuple. Okay, so let me not concentrate exactly what is tuple, how you declare. So just for the sake of new people who are listening to the first time, this is an empty tuple. Now you see there is a class tuple, means there is a different class, and this object tuple A, what we wrote, is going to 1, 2, 3 to say. I think the similar functions which are available, but you can't change. You can change the value, but you can't delete some values and make resizing of tuples. Okay. Now, similarly, there is one more concept called as dictionary. Okay. So dictionary also I will tell you tomorrow in a more appropriate way. What is a dictionary I will tell today. Okay. How to make use of dictionary in file management. How to make use of tuples. Okay. All those things we will see one by one in the upcoming sessions. So understand dictionary.py. What is a dictionary? In general, what is a dictionary? We have a word in the dictionary. We have a word in the dictionary. I can search the meaning of the word. Suppose you take Oxford Dictionary. If you go to a word run, there will be a meaning. So run is the keyword. The meaning of run is the value. So dictionary is in Python is also similar to that. You have key and value. You have key and value. Somebody is raising hand. Let me stop. Then list in Python and structure in C are the same. Okay. It is not same. It is not same. Why? Because a structure has member and structure has variable. For example, one second, somebody asked a doubt whether it is same. Suppose struct student, integer registration number, character name array 20, float CGPA. Example, we are storing this particular thing. Now, there is one variable called as yes. Now, in a structure, if you want to access registration number, if you say REGNO in C language, it will beat us. It will say, what is REGNO? But if you say S dot REGNO, then it will understand. Means structure is entirely a different concept than list. But structure accepts multiple data type elements. List accepts multiple data type elements, but the concept are not at all same according to my understanding. If I am wrong, please correct me. Best example is what I am doing here. The structure members, registration number, name, CGPA cannot be accessed directly, but through the structure variable S. If it is a pointer, we will put S arrow REGNO if S is a pointer, right? But whereas list, you can always directly access the elements. So implementation wise, list is different, structure is different, but accepting the different data type elements, I think, but we should not compare like that. That's what my understanding is. So is my doubt clear? Somebody asked me about list in Python are same. So who asked me the question? Okay, yes, sir. Thank you. Fine. Same person responded. That is good. As long as you are able to understand, then these sessions will be fruitful. Now, what is dictionary? Let us see. Okay, my dictionary data. I always follow one standard in writing the variable names also. My dictionary data equal to dictionary. The list is in square bracket, tuple is in angle parenthesis, but your dictionary will be in curling brace. Okay, in function curling brace is not there. Now you should not say, sir, just before 5 minutes back you told in C language function curling brace is there, but in definition we are giving indentation. Curling brace is not there for a block, but in dictionary you have to give even set, SCT set. There is a different non-primitive data structure. That set also uses curling brace. Now here I will create one dictionary. See now how I create. Name. For that name, I am giving Nischal, Nihal, Shubham, and Dian. So these are our colleagues' children. First two are my kids' names. So comma, age, comma, again, age, colon, suppose 7, 5, 4, 3, 4, 6. I am declaring one dictionary here with the key value pair. Name is the key. For that particular key, the values are Nischal, Nihal, Shubham, Dian. Another key, age, 7, 5, 3, and 6. Now let us see. This is how a dictionary will look like. Always when we are learning, always try to see what kind of pipe it is. Oh my God. If any mistake is there, it will throw error. Okay, it has not thrown any error, right? So it has taken. Now what is happening? Simply giving a dictionary is not a great thing, right? What exactly happens in the background is for name key, KEY key as name, it has given the list of items Nischal, Nihal, Shubham, Dian. How we will know? You can also say print my dictionary data name. That means only names will come. Oh, okay, sorry. Name should be as a string. My dictionary data I am asking, give me the key values of the key name. See, it has given only the. Similarly, I can also say, actually, these are bound together. These are coupled together strongly with the key and value. Okay, I am going to use more dictionary concepts in creating comma separated value files, I think in tomorrow's session. So if you are not able to completely understand where it is used, tomorrow you see in the session beautifully this dictionary concepts is used in processing file management. Now you can see individual name and individual age is coming. Any doubts? Somebody asked a doubt. Can I give a list inside a list? Yes, you can give. You can give a list inside a list. And there are so many concepts in list. I am going to share you one basic tutorials point PDF. You can also go through that after my session. I will give you the, I think everybody can get in the internet also. Anyways, I will share with you, right? Now, any doubts are there? Because it's been almost 2 hours 10 minutes, sorry, 1 hour 20 minutes. Let me take 30 seconds break and let me, before I go to functions concept, I will give 30 seconds gap now. How many of you understand functions? Let us be in the other way around. Now I will not talk. Okay. So can you please unmute somebody voluntarily for 5 minutes, because I am keep on teaching. It won't be good also, right? Your mindset also should become free. Okay. We will see very good concepts in functions. Okay. Now, what is a function? How many of you know how to write functions? Somebody can unmute or somebody can even respond in the chat. What is a function? I think nobody is there in front of computer, I think. Udaykaran sir, nobody is responding. Am I audible? Suddenly I will get such kind of doubts. Okay, somebody told it is set of instructions. Fine. Yes, I agree. Mr. Vamsi Krishna, I agree. Miss Deepa, function is a set of instructions written as a block and can be called. Okay, I agree. Dilip Kumar and Akshita, yes. Reusable code, yes, I agree. Srinivas, group of statements, agree. Miss Valli, block of code, yes. To do a specific task, very good. Something specific. I think Miss Krishnanandini, right? Okay. Yeah. Fine. Very good. Support modular approach, everything. Yes. So many participants have an idea of what is a function, right? Okay. Now I will ask one question. How many arguments? Yeah. How many arguments a function can take? How many arguments a function can take? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. How many? 4. 4 is not correct. 3 is not correct. 2 is not correct. 10 question mark is yes. N number of arguments. 0 to N. No. 256. No. Okay. You can have no arguments to N number of arguments. Okay. 0 to N is correct. Fine. Now tell me how many return values a function will give. How many return values? Now in my first question, different answers came. What is a function? When I asked, some people told set of instructions. Some people told a function can be called and it is a block of code. There are different way of expression. Okay. Yeah, I am coming to that. Two people typed, Rajesh Babu and another person. Okay. But when I am asking about argument, many people told 0 to n, but 99% people are saying only one return value, but 2-3 people told multiple values, right? Some people even told in Python multiple values is possible. Okay. Now let us start the concept of functions. Normal function one return, but it reference many returns. Okay. Yeah. That is also true, right? You can also return a pointer or you can return an address of an array. Finally, basically, only one value any function can return, even if it is Python. Some people wrote multiple values. I am coming to that. Okay. Never ever in this world as of now, no programming language have a function which will give multiple values, including Python. Some people now got a lot of doubts now. How is it possible Python return multiple values? See, there will be some kind of biblical principles. You can say Bhagavad Gita, Quran, Bible kind of statements which are applicable across the programming languages. One such line is any function in any programming language can never return multiple values. Even when you are saying reference, it is an address. It gives an address. Through that address you are going. So only one address will come. Multiple addresses will not come at a time. Okay. Now there will be a contradiction. Many people are ready to fight with me. Now let us see. Mark my statement. No programming language can give multiple return values, including Python. Okay. Now I made some people know about yield, that is a generator. So that's a different concept. Generator is a different concept. Okay. It is not a normal function. It is a lazy execution called as a generator. So now let us see. Okay. Now initially we will start writing function. NPP understand functions dot, and mark my words, I repeat, no programming language can return multiple values, including Python. Okay, let us see. So function starts with a simple thing called as DEF. Okay. DEF, name of the function. Name of the function. Okay. So I can say number 1, comma, number 2. So it takes 2 arguments. It takes 2 arguments. Colon. Then you have to give indentation. Okay. So I use a tab. You can use space also. Ideally, if you give 3 spaces, it will be very good. Okay. Now what it should do? Return number 1 plus number 2. Very simple. So it is a 2-line. Now my function is over. So if I want to write, again I have to go back to the indentation and you have to call the function. So addition 3, 5. So what it does, the line number 4, it will call the function addition, and 3 will, I think you know, this 3 will go to number 1, 5 will go to number 2, and what it does, return number 1 plus, that means 3 plus 5, 8. Return 8. If it is returning, you need to catch it. If it is returning, you need to catch. So let us see. Print. I am catching in the print. I am catching in the print and see whether it will work or not. Okay. If I do any mistake, it will anyways throw some errors. Oh, I executed dictionary program. So sad. functions. Now you see, it returned 8. Obviously, how many values it returned here? Only 1. Fine. If you are not comfortable in this line, you can also write something like this. Result equal to addition of 3, 5. Then print result. Go to a small campus selection, okay? If somebody writes, in case, suppose I am a strict interviewer, imagine, for a simple thing, they may ask, write a function which add 2 numbers and return it and print. If somebody writes this, I will directly reject them. Sir, why you will reject, sir? It is correct only. Sir, you come, execute and see, it will come. Let me execute. I am executing again the. Yeah, here also it is executing 8, sir. Then I will tell you, my dear student, when it is not required to take any additional variable, kindly don't take it. That's why in the line number 4, directly, what is my purpose? I want to print. Then why should we take another variable? It is a very simple concept which many people will forget. See, preparing for campus selection is not about getting the, now you see TCS interview questions. In my time, there is no such concept. All TCS interview questions will come. You go Yahoo interview questions, Amazon interview questions, everything will come. Smartness lies here. Okay. But still, when you are learning, you can learn like this. But when you are appearing for any interview or when you are writing code in your company, so until it is necessary, don't use additional variables. Okay, my concentration is not that. Now, let us write. Let me change the. You can write 100 functions like this, subtraction, number minus number. Now tell me, every time I am passing 3, 5 only. Every time, Asha Lata raised hand. 1 minute. Yes, Miss Asha, tell me what is the doubt you had? See, I am calling everybody by name because I don't know how many faculty are there. If faculty are there, kindly excuse me, madam and sir. Okay, I think by mistake it came. That is fine. Now, writing such kind of functions is very easy, right? Subtract, subtract. This, I think, when I explain number 1 plus number 2, even if I write minus, multiplication, division and all, it will be okay. But why my question now is, I don't want every time to pass 3 and 5. I don't want every time to pass 3 and 5. I want the user to enter what addition he want, what numbers he want to add. So for that, what we have to do, let me comment this part. Best way, this is normal way. Okay. So which way you want to go, you decide. Now, let me comment this particular thing. And I want the user to enter. In C language, yeah, Miss Sirisha, what is the doubt? In C language, how you will read from standard input device? In C language, using scanf. Okay, okay. Atluri Lakshmi Garu, I think they know the Python code. Python, so yes. So if you want to read a number, there is a method called as input. Many people might know. I can say enter number 1. Then number 2, equal to input, enter number 2. So this input is like get string, get s method in C language. It is not like scanf. Why I am mentioning get s is scanf can read different data type elements in a single line by using different control strings like %d, %c, %s, %f. But whereas get s reads only strings. So input is like get s. That means it will read only strings. If you have any doubt, let us see by calling the addition function number 1, comma number 2, and I want to print. So I can also write like this. This is a more, why to write 2 different lines? In a function, I am calling another function. First addition function will be called. It will return something and print will print that. This is a more efficient way of how to write a small like this. If you practice, it will become easier for you when you are growing up in your career. You need to write thousands of lines. See, enter number 1, 34. I know one error will come. Now you see what is it? There is no error, right? What it has done, instead of adding 34 and 23, it has concatenated 34 and 23. So plus is a concatenation operator if strings are passed. Sir, we didn't pass the strings. Okay. Input method. I think some people are very much excited. Yeah, they already know it, so it's okay. I will not see the chat. Input method takes, reads, not takes. It reads anything as strings only. So morning I told you. So even if you are entering a number, it has taken it as a string. That's why I have to forcibly change that particular thing as int. I could have written directly, but I want you to learn the concept. If any new people are there who are new to Python, right? Because today's session is all about covering the basics as well. Now let me execute. Oh my God. Let me execute the function and type the same thing. Now you see exactly it worked. Suppose if you want a floating point, then you have to write float. So by default, input is a method which will read the input given by the user from a standard input device. That is keyboard. You see the words what I am using. Never ever say scanf reads from keyboard. That is a very, very childish kind of explanation that you are giving. When you are going for an interview, how you have to respond? Scanf in C language reads the input from standard input device, that is keyboard. Because there are so many other input devices also. See, the way we speak, why I am saying is, see, I am not telling the BCom, BSc, MSc, MCA students are bad. Okay. If you are an engineer, speak like an engineer in the interview. Don't speak like a normal guy who is also learning. Now, who is not learning? You tell me. I have so many friends who did MSc Physics, BSc Physics. One of my friend is working in Virtusa. Earlier, he worked for almost 12 to 14 years in IBM. Now he is working in Virtusa, Hyderabad. His name is Sairam Yadavalli. You go and type in Facebook. He is a BSc Physics and MSc Physics guy from IIT Madras. He is now working on SAP. I am not saying nobody should work. What is the difference that you are showing to the outside world? They are also learning Python. We are also learning Python. They know programming. We also know programming. Then how efficiently you are writing, how efficiently you are conveying your understanding to others. It need not be an interview. After the interview only your journey starts. Getting a job is easy. Sustaining in the same level or going to a higher level in the job is difficult. how you can enjoy the IT field or any other field, being competitive and being very specific. Okay. Now let us go back. I am just talking like this and trying to motivate you because you people may feel bored because it is a lengthy 2-hour session. Yeah, fine. Now I want to change the same function. Okay. So let me put everything in the single comment. So as I told you, somebody responded nicely. I don't want to reveal that. One person, Mr. Araupalli, I don't know whether he is my diploma friend or what, because the same surname, my diploma friend is there. He responded in a very good way. Whoever it is, Mr. Araupalli, really, you have a good exposure of Python. Okay. So when I said, mark my words, no function in any programming language can return multiple values. Now let us see. Definition, arithmetic. I am writing another function. Definition, arithmetic. It needs two numbers, or let me say n1, n2 for simplicity. So as you understand, I am going to do all arithmetic, if not all, many. So I can say, you see, return n1 plus n2, comma, n1 minus n2, comma, n1 into n2. Now you people may fight with me. Just now I told, mark my words, it cannot return multiple values. But what I am writing, now many people will think, I told na correct answer only multiple values. He is also doing the same. Python return multiple values. That's what a general bookish knowledge people will teach, or a general understanding of anybody. I'm not saying that I am great, but don't read like that. Okay. But it looks like that. Now let us see. You can say add comma, subtract comma, multiply equal to call arithmetic function with 46 comma 2 example. So it should give 48, 44 and 92. Print, add comma, subtract comma, multiply. Okay. So now you see program will work. Now what happened? Now you people will scold me, right? This fellow many times told mark my words, but it looks like it is returning multiple values. But the biblical principle of any function, you take any programming paradigm, a function can take 0 to n argument. It can never return multiple values. But in Python, it looks like it is returning multiple values, right? Here, actually, it returns a tuple, and that tuple is unpacked into multiple elements of tuple. This line you have to tell. See, I am not saying what you told is wrong. Multiple values, but directly being an engineer, CSC, ECE, EEE, all circuit branch people, if you say, no, sir, Python gives written values, I will write a program. That is fine. That will fetch you only 3 lakhs job, not a 10 lakhs job as a fresher, or a 20 lakhs job. But if you say the concept of tuple is introduced here, but it is hidden everything. I didn't write any tuple here. It is hidden inside. That then people will understand, okay, this guy has a knowledge. I think Mr. Araupalli has already responded to this particular question as you can return a tuple. Okay, exactly. Don't say Python return multiple values. Okay, now fine. To understand functions we are doing. This is a simple function we are calling. Many number of times you can call. You can call one function inside another function. Like that, nested functions we can do. Okay. Now we have 15 minutes time. I will just give you a 30 seconds gap or a 1 minute gap. Okay. After 1 minute, we will understand another concept called as modules. Modules means I will write a function definition in one program. I will write another program. From a different program, I will solve this method. Okay. So with that particular topic, today's session will be over. I am anyways going to complete the topic within the specific time only. I am not going to extend. Don't worry about that. So let me give a 1 minute gap and I will be back. No, I am not teaching anything. It is not audible because I took 1 minute break for myself. I am only typing a comment. Okay. So Devanshi Mishra is asking, please explain tuple thing again in returning value because my audio was not clear. Okay. Okay. If my audio is not clear, immediately unmute yourself, somebody, and please notify me. Am I audible now, Devanshi?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You please carry on.
Yeah. Because one student asked a small doubt. Let me open that. See, when the return statement is written like that's what I wrote here, even though it looks like returning multiple values, internally, what it does is it will pack n1 plus n2. Okay, let me just annotate. It will pack n1 plus n2, n1 minus n2, n1 into n2 into a single tuple. Tuple means in a square, in a parenthesis 1, 2, 3. It will send the tuple and it will get unpacked internally and it is being caught by 3 different instances here. That is what I mean to say. But these things are hidden inside. It looks like you can have multiple return values. No function can return multiple return values. It is returning a tuple which has elements inside it. So what it is returning is only one tuple. Am I clear, Devanshi? The example demonstrated is an example of what? Somebody is asking, Bavaji, the example demonstrated is an example of what? It is only a simple function. Somebody asked a doubt. The example demonstrated is an example of what? This example is a simple example for writing a function. Yes, Bavaji Garu, are you able to understand? Or any doubt? How do we know it is tuple? That's what. It is hidden everything. It is hidden in the way that it looks like this. When you read more online resources and all, you will be able to understand more. Mr. Venkat Subbareddy garu. Okay. Now, let us write one more example, the last example of the session today. Now, let me clear the annotations. Okay. Let me create one file like create student method dot py. One example. Okay. Create student method is my program. So what I want to do here is, see here, definition. Okay. Create student, just one name, create student, indentation starts. Okay. I want to pass registration number. I want to pass the name of the student, and I want to pass CGPA. A simple example, right? We will go tomorrow. We will write big programs and all using file management and all, right? So initially we should understand how to write different function modules. So here what I am doing is return registration number, comma name, comma CGPA. That's all. It's a very simple thing, right? What I wrote, I am passing registration number, name, CGPA, and I am returning. Returning to whom? Returning, that's all. I am not calling the function. See, that's all. I am saving it. I am closing it. What is there here now? Only one method. Let me execute whether it will work or not. If any syntax error is there, there is no syntax error. And at the same time, there is no output. Why there is no output? Because I wrote a function, but I didn't call it. I didn't call it. Okay. So what you will do, if you want to call, you can call here. There is no big deal in it. Like that, if you call, it will come. Okay. What I want to explain you is, close this program, close the program, and create one more file. Create one more file, npp. You can say understand module concept dot py. Understand module concept. Now let me open the other file also, so that the definition should be correct. See, create method is one Python file where only the function definition is written. Function calling is not there. Now, in another program, if you are getting any confusion, let me just annotate here. See, in create method, I am not calling anything. I want to call this particular create method in the file understand module concept dot py. Okay, that is the explanation I am trying to explain you now. Now see here, import, because there is no definition inside this particular Python file. So what I have to do, I have to import the file which I created just now. What is the file I created? Create student method dot py. Create student method dot. So create student method dot py. See, where you saw import statement, in the morning I wrote import platform, afternoon I wrote import time, import sys. There is no .py. By default, all are py files, no need to write .py. So import create student method. That means it will import the other Python program into this program. Okay. Now, what is the method available? The method, exact method we have to write. You can say 101 Nagaraju. You can say CGPA 7.54. Now, what is create student? Create student is a method where it is available in a different file altogether. That particular file I copied here. Now I am calling that particular. Yeah. Now it returns three things. It is returning three things, so you can catch it. Registration number, comma, name, comma, CGPA equals. Now you can say print registration number, comma, name, comma, CGPA. Save it. Now you execute create student method, you will not get any output. You execute the other program, you might get some output. Okay. So again, I am executing create student method. There is a method, no calling here. Now, but if I execute understand module concept, create student is not defined. There is some mistake in what I wrote, I guess. Create student is correct. 1 second, let me just check. Okay. Yeah, now I understand. Now here it says, 1 minute. Now it says create student is not defined. Why it is saying the method is not available means that particular method, when you are writing in a program, it will verify a method in that particular file only. What I mean to say, 1 minute. This create student does not belong to understand module concept file. It belongs to create student method file. So what you have to do is when you are calling it, you have to again write the entire, like we already did right in the morning, platform dot Python version, platform dot, that same concept, create student dot, sorry, create student method file package dot the method create student. Now it will work. Now you see, now you should not question me, sir, for simply typing 101 Nagaraju, why to write? See, this is an example of how to write definitions in one file, call the things in another file. Okay. So tomorrow and day after tomorrow, we are going to see more about this. Okay. Tomorrow, I think our session is about file management. So tomorrow, what I am going to teach you is how to play with files in Python. I will tell you one case study that is about, in the schedule also it is available. The case study is about creating some students data. Okay. Again, I will use the function concepts there more in detail. Okay. So with this, I think we have 4 minutes left. So I am right now done with my session. If you have any doubts, you can unmute yourself, you can ask, or you can also chat with me. Yeah, Karthik is asking lambda functions and all. See, lambda, yield, generator, iterator, these are all different concepts, sir, which I think my program is not adhering to it. So I have to explain, I have to go according to the workshop schedule also, not about the schedule. Okay. So because my workshop is designed in such a way that if you are using a machine learning project, you need a file management, database management, pandas. What is pandas? Is simply reading the data from a CSV file or in some other file and creating a data frame. So much before that, we need a file management. Okay. So I think I may not be able to cover those kind of concepts, but we can have a discussion offline always. Any other doubts? So tomorrow we are going to consider, is there any way to check that function returning tuple values? Yeah, I will let you know, sir, Mr. Venkat Subbareddy garu. Those concepts are hidden, so I will also go through again, and once again I will post you. You please ping me in WhatsApp, so we can take it offline. So tomorrow we are going to have file management in Python. Even comma separated value files, CSV files, how to create them, how to create a CSV file. So all those concepts we will see. So many things will come, like how to verify whether there is a file available. See, tomorrow, why I am telling you now itself what I am going to do. See here, I type dir. When I type dir, all the functions are come. Why should I type dir? Can I write a Python program which will automatically gives me all the files in that particular directory and subdirectories? All those kind of concepts